Cheers, family.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the last dragon of the watch community. And I wear a Rolex. I wear a Rolex watch, whether I'm wearing a steel Rolex, whether I'm wearing a two-tone Rolex, whether I'm, wearing the Rolex on the Jubilee or the solid gold landlord. I wear a Rolex. I travel a lot for work, right? And I bring Cookie with me when I can. I bring Messi with me. I bring the guys with me a lot. But sometimes I can't bring them or whatever. Or if I'm in New York, I'm working a lot. I'm in the office, I'm on my desk, or I'm out in the field and I come home late or whatever. So I work a lot, right? And so I rarely have downtime, spend time with the family, whatever, if we're not doing a work trip or whatever. But and friends, forget about friends. I rarely have time for family, so friends, it's like no time. I got my bro, we go to, my cigar club. We go once a week and we just chop it up, talk business or whatever. Just, talk about anything and enjoy, something nice to drink and a nice stick. But, I made a video a little while ago saying if you don't have a Rolex by 50, you're a loser. A lot of people agree with me on that video, but I also got some flack too. Like, what about the people that are trying to get that watch but they can't get the one they want, or what about the people that work hard their whole life but they can't? See spending all this money on a wristwatch, this and that. And I hear all that, I understand that. But here's my thing. When I was younger, I used to always, I was into sneakers, right? I was like junior high school, I was heavy into sneakers, so I had lots of pair of sneakers, right? Not now, like these young kids, their collections are ridiculous, but for back then, I had lots of sneakers. So whenever you would walk around, you meet people, whatever, you always look down, you look at their sneakers, see what they, what they were rocking, So now, as I got older and I'm a grown man, I'm no longer into sneakers. I can buy, as long as the sneakers are comfortable, the quality, I don't have to have a stylish pair of sneakers or whatever, I like them. If they're comfortable, that's it for me. And if they're dirty, whatever, that's fine, as long as they're still comfortable, they're still cushiony, I can still wear them. I'm wearing this pair of Skechers right now that I got from Costco, and they're super comfortable. I think I paid like $25 for them. But I got a solid gold landlord on my wrist, so that's that. So now I go out and I look around. You go to these restaurants, whatever, and you see an older guy, and you can tell maybe life's been hard on him, or maybe he's made some bad choices, or he's just got some bad luck in his life. He's not doing too well in his older years, and he might be struggling as an older man, every time you look down at his watch, he's going to be wearing a cheap watch. He's going to be wearing a cheap watch, and I just don't want to be an older guy with a cheap watch. Is that superficial? Is that I don't know. Is that megalomania? I just telling you how I truly feel from the heart. I don't want to be an older guy walking on the avenue wearing a cheap watch. I just don't like. Okay, maybe you did this, maybe you did that, maybe you made these sacrifices, but did you make enough sacrifices? Did you have enough discipline? Did you make all the right choices in your life that has brought you to a place in time where, because when you're older, young people don't understand this, they think you're going to be young forever, but you're going to be older a lot longer than you're going to be younger, right? And when you get older, you can't hit that reset button, that rewind button, that do-over button. Like at my age, I can't hit and go back to 25 and do it all over again. I can't. You wish you could. Everybody wishes they could. Everybody wish they had more time, but you just can't. Everybody says, "Oh man, if I had the mind I had now, back when I was 20, I would be, king of the world." Okay, everybody says that, but it doesn't work like that. And I forgot who said it, but this is probably a quote that I repeat all the time. Youth is wasted on the young, because it seems like a lot of these young people, they're just like, they're young and strong, they're just throwing it away on foolishness. But you know what? Maybe that's just part of being young. You got to grow out of that. But when I look down and I see a guy with an older man, older than myself, with a cheap watch on, I'm figuring, you know what? Did this guy pretend he was young for too long? Did he want to live that young guy life too many years? And once he said, "Oh man, what am I doing? I'm getting older." Now it's a lot harder as an older guy to try to gain some momentum and doing something. It's not impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. Look at Colonel Sanders. You got a lot of guys. That created a new business out of nowhere in middle age, right? But it's got to be a lot harder, man, because it's hard, starting when you start, but as an older guy starting, because you already got responsibilities, You might have a family that you have to take care of. You might have some pets. You might have older parents that you're helping, or if you're struggling yourself, you can't help anybody, You want to be in the club, party, okay, you want to do that in your 20s, that's fine, but as an older guy, if you party too long in these clubs, you popping by, you're going to be an older guy wearing a cheap watch. You're going to be an older guy wearing a cheap watch. And God help you, God save you, if you don't at least have some burial insurance, wherever it is that you're working or whatever, they don't have some burial insurance for you, or you went out and did the responsible thing, because not leave everybody that you leave behind with the burden of burying you, or your family, your kids, your neighbors, or whatever, are going to be shaking the cup just to put you in the ground, just to bury you. They're going to be shaking the cup. If you don't know, a funeral nowadays, and the burial plot and all that, is a minimum of $10,000. So A lot of you guys, a lot of you middle-aged guys out there can't even afford to drop dead, and that's just the truth. No disrespect to anybody, but I'm making this video just to say it's not too late. You can turn it around. It might be a little harder now, but you can still turn it around. You can turn it around. As for me, as for myself, I've said before, I've always loved Rolex. Rolex is my passion, and I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to grow up to be an older guy wearing a cheap watch. Because I don't want to say, but did you fail in life? Did you fail in life? If you're a certain age and an older guy and you're wearing a Rolex clone or a Rolex copy or the Victor or homage watch, it's okay if you're 21 years old. But you're 62 and you're wearing one of these big ass Victor watches. You're walking around, and, you got, you're at some club. You're the guy with the pouch belly and the tight t-shirt at a club when everybody's 20 years old. And you got your little gold chain on, and you got your Victor watch. Or you go into a car dealer, car lot, and you got an Victor watch on, you're an older guy, the salesman looks at you and he just skips right over you because he knows you have back credit. He knows you only got $500 to put down. He knows you're most likely tire kicking. And yeah, man, I worked so hard, and I wasted a lot of years goofing off. Like I said, if I could hit rewind, I would go back to the years I goofed off and got more serious at a younger age because, like I said, you can enjoy a lot more as a grown man, as an older man, with money than without. I mean, hey, I've been poor and I've been rich. I've had no money and I've had money, and I'm telling you, everybody's got problems. Everybody's gonna have problems, but it's a lot easier to deal with your problems when you got money to throw at it. A lot of situations just require you to throw money at it, and you can't help anybody if you don't have any money. You can show up and you can say this and that, and you can get mad, and but you can't really fix anything if you can't pay for nothing. That's just how it is, man. What happens if you love dogs? What happens if your dog gets sick, you go to the vet, they give you a $6,000 bill? You don't have it. What are you going to say? Just give me him, I'll take him home. And you're going to let him die at home because you can't fix the problem because you don't have $6,000? Yeah. This is my favorite drinking water right here. Flat, non-sparkling. That's my favorite flat water. So, anyway, to all you young guys out there, think about this video. Think about what I'm telling you right now. You don't want to be an older guy wearing a cheap watch. You don't want to do it. You don't want to party too long. You don't want to blow your money. I mean, spend a little, right? But you don't want to blow all your money, and you don't want to, you don't want to struggle as you get older. It's just harder for you. It's harder for your wife. It's harder for your mom. It's harder for your family. If you're an older guy wearing a cheap watch, that means you made a lot of mistakes in your life. You had some bad breaks, sure. We all have bad breaks, but don't become an older guy wearing a cheap watch, young man. I'm telling you now. And if you are an older guy and you're wearing a cheap watch, come on, let's get to work, man. Get to work. there's anything I can do to help you, if you want to call me, send me an email, whatever, I can give you some words of encouragement. I'll be glad to help share any information I have with you. But yeah, don't be an older guy wearing a cheap watch because was your life in vain? I don't know. You might have had some kids, some beautiful kids that grew up, and show them this video. Say, look, I sacrificed for you, so you don't become an older guy wearing a cheap watch. Yeah. And next time you go out, next time you're just out on the avenue, you're walking about, you're going across the street to get your cafecito or whatever, look at the face of older guys that might be sitting there or walking around, or standing outside. Look at their face. They're sunken in eyes. They're slumped over posture. If they're an older guy, they're wearing a cheap watch. It's just like life beat them up, and they succumb. Like, I'm here. Everything's the same except I lost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So remember what I tell you, young man. Don't become an older guy wearing a cheap watch. And yeah, that's all I have. This beautiful beach behind me. I am sunny Isles, Florida. I love Florida. It's my second home. This year we're out here looking for a house, and we're gonna be living more in Florida than we are in New York. New beginnings this year. All right. I'm your host, Richard Prophet, the Last Dragon, and yeah. P.S. If this hurts anybody out there, it's no disrespect. No disrespect at all. I'm just trying to send a warning out to the younger community, and a message out to the middle-aged community. Man, you got a cheap watch on, get up off your ass and let's go. Let's go out there, let's get it. As long as you're a new day, as long as you're still breathing, you got a new chance. You got a new chance to go out there and make something happen. I'm your host, Richard Prophet. This is the Prophet Rolex and Real Estate Channel. I am the last dragon of the watch community, and I'll be wearing a Rolex watch when I'm going up to the pearly gates and say I'm home. Thanks for watching, everybody.